what could we change so that we can increase our sales that come from that email sequence?
You get the lead magnet, but you don't tell people where they're going. It's like, okay, I just got on the bus, but where is QUÄY.jo taking me? Where is Liz taking me? We've got to share that immediately in our welcome sequence.
Showing somebody with words where they're going to next in the email sequence. That's it? Nothing else, like really to increase sales or conversion rate? So welcome back to an episode with Liz Wilcox. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, you can see her right there. If you didn't watch the previous episode when you got to know her, she set up her copywriting business. She, by the way, is the fresh princess of email marketing, and she's an email strategist and keynote speaker who shows small businesses how to build online relationships and package up their magic and turn it into emails that people want to read and, most importantly, purchase from. But Liz, she's special. She set up her business so that she could go and participate in Survivor, the actual reality TV show. And she was away from her business for 90 days. Not only was her business running fine, but it was making $1,000 a day while she was gone. And nobody could contact her. It wasn't like she was doing Survivor in the daytime and then in the evening working another 9 hours, via satellite internet connection to like keep the business afloat. Like, this lady is impressive. And so in this episode, you're going to hear kind of how she did that. You'll also hear how you can spend less than 20 minutes a week writing your emails and actually have emails that go out that convert. And if you're like me, you'll really love the part where she tells us like what we're doing wrong in our welcome emails and what we can change to ensure better conversion rates, also known as sales. Does that sound good, Liz? Could we do that in this episode? We can, right?
Yeah, let's get to it. I'm so excited.
For sure. Before we get to it, there might be someone listening who doesn't know who I am. I'm QUÄY.jo. I'm the new host of The Art of Online Business. I want to talk to you, Liz. Can we start with what you said at the end of the last episode, which we linked up below, but you ended that episode by saying that your business was making $1,000 a day, because I was asking you how you felt right before you took vacation.
Yeah. So we were talking about, I got on Survivor. I had to take 5 full weeks off, but I ended up taking 90 days to rest and recover from the game. And in those 90 days, I made about $110,000. So over $1,000 a day. So basically, I really, on top of whatever Survivor money I win, to be determined, can't say, I was making over $1,000 a day while playing, a game, just a reality show game. So I think QUÄY.jo had asked, how the heck are we actually doing that? Like, how was I growing the email list? How was I selling, right?
Because this is textbook selling or growing, doing the selling things while you sleep or while you are on Survivor. So how?
Right. While you sleep, in the dirt with the bugs and the crabs and no blanket.
Let me tell you, I would come in last place. I am a city boy through and through. Don't put me in a tent if it doesn't have like zipped up mesh. I do not want bugs. I hate mosquitoes. Oh my gosh. So how did you do this?
First of all, I've mastered email marketing. I think QUÄY.jo said, oh, I'm the fresh princess of email. And so before the game started, before I went to Fiji, I made sure all my automations were going to be automated. And that is not to say you have to have automations. If I had been in the States, I probably would have just been sending these emails on a weekly basis. But I automated everything so that I could go play this game. So if you want to take off work right now, this summer, anytime in the future, one of the real ways to be able to do that is to grow your email list, right? And so my email list was growing all the time, and I knew that in July, which I still wouldn't be back at work, normally I host a flash sale, and so I knew that was going to happen. So I wrote the emails for that, wrote the regular weekly newsletters leading up to the flash sale, after the flash sale. And really my main source of leads, I know QUAY.jo and the gang, they love Facebook ads, right? You probably love Facebook ads too. I've actually built everything, like every lead that's come to me has been organic. I've actually never run Facebook ads before. Um, yeah, because we mentioned in the before we hit record session that I'm a single mom, and so I started my business with like no money. I also mentioned I've never had like a real job, so it's not like I was coming from corporate with any sort of savings. I really was starting at zero, so I had to get really good at organic traffic, which my main lead generation tool is actually what I'm doing right now, podcast guesting. I have guested on over 300 podcasts, uh, done over private trainings and summits. So all together, I think it's like over 200 individual podcasts, and then it's repeat guest, private trainings, etc.
Over how long of a period of time?
In 3 years.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I did 6 just last week, and this is a slow week. I only have 4 this week.
Okay. All right. Keep going. I'm not even gonna ask. Just keep going. This is great.
And what I love about podcast guesting and what helped me while I was taking time off is those podcasts are evergreen. You heard at the top of this hour, QUAY.jo said, "Oh, go back and you can hear our conversation about XYZ. If you want to learn where Rick is, check out this one," right? That's evergreen content. That's content at the time of this recording. They recorded 5, 6 months ago. But who knows? You might be listening to this in 2025, right? But you're still getting that content. So that's why I've gone with podcast guesting as, my lead generation tool, because it lasts pretty much a lifetime for as long as the podcast lives. And here at the Art of Online Business, we know it can live on even when, it exchange hosts, right? And so it's a great, great tool to grow your email list, right? And so that's how I was gaining leads from podcasts. Like, we might record this today and it might not come out for 2 months. So I was making sure all the podcast guesting that I was doing in January, February, March was going to come out when? May, June, July, August, when I was out of pocket, right? So I was getting those leads, the emails were emailing out, and, the sales were selling, so to speak.
Wow. Can I ask the next question? I mean, this is a perfect segue into, like, the question that I really wanna ask, which, thank God, it's what you wanna talk about too, which is, so for those of us that have lead magnets, which is most of the people listening right now, what are we doing wrong in our welcome email sequence? After we deliver the lead magnet, what could we change so that we can increase our sales that come from that email sequence?
Yeah, I love this question because this is where my superpower comes in. I really know how to connect with my audience through email. So in your welcome sequence,
We'll get back to the episode in a moment. Do you need Facebook ads help? But maybe Facebook ad management is not right for your business at the moment, which is fine, but you would like my eyeballs on your ad campaign. I have a new offer. The people who've signed up for it so far are loving it. It's called Facebook Ad Setup to Success. In the next 30 days, you can work with me over 30 days. We will together set up your ad campaigns and get them running successfully the right way, the exact way that I do for my clients. That means you get 3 calls with me over the period of 30 days, and in between each of those calls, you get unlimited access to me, like Voxer, Slack. That means I'll show you how to set up the ad campaign, all the things you should consider. We'll also go in and look at your funnel, and I'll make recommendations to improve your funnel. And then in between each call, you get coaching from me still, because you can record your screen, send me a message, say, "Hey, QUAY.jo, what about this? Like, what would you do here in this ad, And I'll respond to you that very same day. It's unlimited support from me and 3 calls from me. It's called Facebook Ad Setup to Success. And if you want my help, one-on-one one-on-one coaching to run your ads. Then click on the link in the description below, or go to, you can see it on the bottom of the screen, theartofonlinebusiness.com/call. Theartofonlinebusiness.com/call, and I'm happy to help you successfully learn to run your own Facebook ads.
It's the same as when QUÄY.jo sets up this podcast. Hey, you're listening to the Art of Online Business. Today, we're going to have this guest. We're going to cover A, B, C, and D. Stay tuned. Wait to the end when we share, XYZ, right? He's setting expectations. He lets you know where you're at, who should be listening, and where you're about to be taken. We need to do the exact same thing in our welcome sequence. Hey, I'm Liz Wilcox. I talk about email marketing. Here's where we're going to go. Here's my vision for you, et cetera, et cetera. So what we're like tend to make a mistake at, like where our mistake is at, if I could stop fumbling over my words here, is normally we're just trying way too hard, right? We're overcomplicating this. Raise your hand. Maybe you're driving or doing the dishes, but raise your hand if you tend to overcomplicate, right? A lot of us do. All of us really. So with our welcome sequence, instead of trying to throw the kitchen sink at them, instead of just creating this long funnel for our digital course, what if we just tried to connect with our audience as quickly as possible? And we can do this by sharing 3 things. Number 1, just a little bit of personality in that welcome sequence. A lot of us, we try to be too formal or too professional. We put on our suit and tie, but really people want to know us, right? There's a reason why, Rick said, QUÄY.jo, you're the one to take over this podcast, right? There was something about his personality that said, yes, you're the one, right? Of all the people, you're the only one I'm willing to pass the torch to, right? There's also a reason why if you're running Facebook ads and, your ideal customer sees your ad and decides to sign up for you, there's a little bit of that personality piece when you do your Facebook ad correctly that can really shine through and get people to sign up. So don't hide away from your personality. And this is not to say you have to have Liz Wilcox personality. Oh my gosh, she's on reality TV and she, has NSYNC and Poppy and all this crazy stuff in the background. It's just this surface level stuff, right? This, what kind of things do you enjoy in pop culture? What are you drinking every day when you come to work? What do you have for breakfast? Are you a morning person or an evening person? That surface level stuff, put that in your welcome sequence so people can know, like, oh yeah, that's totally me, or that's not me at all, but gosh, I just love this about them, right? So making sure that personality. The second thing in your welcome sequence I want you to have is the vision. And this is the big mistake. You get the lead magnet, but you don't tell people where they're going, right? It's like, okay, I just got on the bus, but where is QUÄY.jo taking me? Where is Nahaku taking me? Where is Liz taking me? We've got to share that immediately in our welcome sequence. I usually say, hey, my name's Liz. As much as I love NSYNC in the 90s, I love the idea of you making money with email even more.
You really say that?
Yeah.
Okay. We can do that. Wow.
And you can do that too. For QUÄY.jo, it might be, as much as I love, learning new languages and exploring new places, I love the idea of you mastering the art of Facebook ads. Boom. Suddenly I know a little bit about QUÄY.jo. I've always wanted to travel. Oh, I wish I knew a foreign language. That's cool. He knows that. And oh yes, I'm in the right place. Master Facebook ads. My gosh, have I been trying to do that? I'm going to open up the next email. And the last thing is just your values. And this is not spew your politics everywhere, right? But this
Please
is
don't.
yeah, please don't. There are certain principles that guide the way you do business, guide the types of clients you take or you want to take, right? And so sharing those in your welcome sequence, is something I don't often see, but it can really align you with the right people. For example, one of my values is inclusivity and the right to an education. And so my main offer is only $9 a month so that it can be as inclusive of an offer as I can make it. I share that immediately in the welcome sequence so people know why my price is my price, right? Which we all know, everybody and their mother's going to argue the price no matter what it is. So that aligns with a certain type of person. It might not align with someone who is like, oh, if it's not high ticket, it's not worth my time, right? They're going to go work with a one-on-one person, and that's great, right? I don't want them on my list. I want these people who are just starting out, who, value the same things as me. So again, that's personality, vision, and values. Very rarely do I see these set up in a welcome sequence, but when you do, chef's kiss.
Random question before the next question that has to do with our conversation. I am watching you, and you are the only guest that I've ever had that has, let's call it, camera bling. Like, how did you get this border around your image and your name? Because it's not within StreamYard, what we're recording on.
I actually use a competitor of StreamYard, which is called Ecamm. Ecamm is a Mac-only software, and so it lives on my computer, and it has a virtual camera. So wherever I show up online, so does my border. And so, if I wanted to give a presentation right now, I can actually just take over my screen and do lots of super fun stuff.
That is so cool. Okay, I might have to figure out how to do that. Does it lower the like quote unquote resolution or like the stream quality?
Actually, it can enhance it. So I can, like if you go to a Zoom room and Zoom will take over the resolution for the entire group to like um, I don't know, like maximize everything. And so I can actually override that within Zoom so that my camera has the resolution that I want, even if Zoom is trying to lower my resolution for site speed.
So Ecamm for screen bling is what I'm gonna call it because it's
Okay. I
noticeable.
gotta write that down. I gotta share that with them.
Yeah, well, it's your screen bling, like because it's super noticeable, and I wanted to mention it before, but then I forgot. But then I was looking at it, just like not only like do we have like a cool background going on, but this is like I'm not going to forget. I'm assuming it's branding. It's the same everywhere you go, right? So
Yeah, yeah. So let's talk about that. And with the screen, that's part of my personality, right? You can see when I come on, like, oh wow, she's branded. It's very nice. It's her colors. It matches the background. It's just that 10% more that makes you 100% stand out. And that's what I teach in everything, in email marketing, everything. It's not even the personality, vision, and values that we just talked about. That's not actually doing a whole lot different. It's just adding that 10%. Oh, I'm Liz and I love the 90s, right? That's a very simple sentence, but it makes you 100% stand out, just like Ecamm. Shout out to Ecamm and the fam.
huh, okay. So just that relating, letting a little of your personality come out, showing somebody with words where they're going to next in the email sequence. That's it? Nothing else, like, really to increase sales or conversion rates?
Yeah. So in particular, when we talk about sales, because not and QUAY.jo, you know this, not everyone's gonna buy right now. People don't buy when you sell something, they buy when they're ready, right? It's like my sister and I, the gas station is always open on the corner. I'm gonna get gas every other day. She's gonna get gas once a month, right? Like we have different buying behaviors. And even if you've got just one perfect ideal avatar, they've all got different buying behaviors. And so even if your funnel isn't working, or you need to take a step back and consider why, I want you to add this one sentence, and this is going to flip the switch from, oh, I just got this freebie, right, to, oh, this person is a real business with real solutions. This is the exact sentence. I am going to offer you free and paid products, free and paid services, free and paid resources, whatever words you want to use. Again, there's a switch in the back of their head that's right now switch to freebie, right? I get free stuff from this person. We're going to switch it to paid solutions. So I'm going to offer you free and paid resources to help you XYZ. Remember, what's that vision? Mine is make money with email, to help you make money with email, to help you run Facebook ads, to help you. I used to be a travel blogger. So to help you get on the road full time and become a digital nomad, right? Whatever the thing is. And I don't expect anyone to buy from that email, but we've got to let them know the shop is open. And you can do sub bullets after this sentence, like my $9 a month membership, like my, group program that's open, in April and September, like my one-on-one, blah, 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 right? And so we give them those examples after telling them, hey, free and paid, like my A, B, and C. And we don't expect anyone to buy from this, but we expect them to click, take a look. It's like, okay, I got this freebie. Now I'm in the shop. I'm doing some window shopping, right? The first time you walk into Old Navy, maybe you don't buy anything, but you come back next week, with your wife and you guys pick out clothes for the whole family, right? So right now, everybody's just window shopping. So we need to give them that. It's going to increase your click rate and it's going to increase your conversion rate next time.
And for Facebook ad spam, it's going to grow your retargeting audience if that person visits your website and you're retargeting your website visitors with ads.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Well, definitely. Oh my gosh. Win, win, win. We got
So many
them.
wins. And so you're saying this is what should go in that first email that delivers the free thing, the free lead magnet, the free guide.
Yeah. Well, that can be its own. So if we want to break down the emails, we can totally do that. I send out 4 emails. Let's do it. The first email is just a quick delivery, right? What did you promise them? Here's my freebie. Here's my coupon code. Here's my whatever, right? Just deliver that. And this is the part where you put that line about your personality and vision. Say, hey, here's for example, my freebie is this welcome sequence already written for you. So it's, hey, here's that welcome sequence you signed up for. Click here to get it. Oh, by the way, I'm Liz Wilcox. As much as I love X, I love Y even more, right? As much as I love the 90s, I love, you making money with email even more. Okay, I'll let you get to it. Bye. That email should be really, really short and sweet. The second email is where we share some of our best content. Think of this email as if they don't open any other emails ever from you ever again, what's the one piece of advice you want to leave them? What's the one piece of content you want to share? And you can even say that, hey, I know we're new to each other, but like if I could only share one message with you, here it is. You can type it out. You can already have a podcast, outbound link. Or what I do is I just make like a quick 60-second video. That way they're seeing my face, right? They're making a face-to-face connection now. And I say, hey, I'm Liz. You signed up for my email list. Don't forget you got that freebie yesterday. You got that welcome sequence. But I have the welcome sequence because that's my number one piece of advice for you. You've got to nail this welcome sequence. It is the firm foundation your entire business, lives on. Okay, bye. And so that's that. So first email, second email. The third email is what QUÄY.jo and I were just talking about, setting the expectations email. I'm going to offer you free and paid services. This is where you tell them, hey, I'm going to email you once a week. I'm going, on Tuesdays. Or if, hey, I'm going to email you sporadically because I can't get my ish together, right? Whatever's true, just write that. Just write the truth. It will behoove you later to just be truthful, right? Hey, I'm going to send you emails about A, B, and C. I'm going to send you these types of strategies, right? Whatever kind of content you create. And then I'm going to offer you free and paid products. So that's the setting expectation email. And then the last email, and this is speaking to the mistakes we make. We try to put this first. But these people don't know us yet. They just got a freebie. So we don't want to share our story or our big why, our values until the end, right? And so we save that for last. And in this fourth email, we just share some of our values. We share a little bit of background. Again, this is an email. It's like a newsletter, not a novel. So you don't want to write a ton, but maybe like 400 or 500 words about, hey, this is how I got into the work I do. This is why I love it. This is who I love to work with. Hopefully we can work together soon. Peace out. Those are the 4 emails.
So simple. So very, very, very simple. And this, lest the listener forget, because I can't stop thinking about it. This is the sequence that you have that's connected to the freebie that you give away, that is said when you are guesting on other podcasts, which you do on purpose to the tune of, did you say 6 to 8 a week normally?
Yeah, I had 6 last week. I have 4 this week. No less than 3 a week, to be honest, nowadays. But yeah, if we want to bring this full circle, this really is the sequence that Liz Wilcox herself uses and has used. I've owned 3 online businesses. This is the sequence I have for every single one of them. And this is the sequence that sets my list up to have over 55% customers to date.
What?
Just that one sentence. I'm going to offer you free and paid products. If you do nothing else, I really believe that's the main reason why I'm able to convert so well, is because I set that expectation up front in the welcome sequence.
Schedule is being cleared from my calendar now. I am redoing my welcome email sequence. That is so actionable and so simple. Like, this is probably the thing that requires the. So I've interviewed a couple people over the past 2 weeks and gotten really good strategies, but this one is like a no-brainer. Very limited, low amount of thinking on my behalf. Like, this is so easy to do. I need to do it right now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Jeez. I want to
Yeah,
challenge the listener.
let's all do it. And seriously, honestly, I want to make this even simpler for you. This is where I put my marketer hat on, right? My freebie is actually this welcome sequence, right? Like, if you're gonna do a lead magnet, do it right? And so if you're having a hard time conceptualizing, maybe you're driving or you're, going for a walk right now, you couldn't write all this down. Like, I've already written it for you. You can just go to lizwilcox.com. There's a hot pink button in the right top right hand corner. You can't miss it. You're gonna get all of this already written for you. You can take and make it your own. I really mean it when I say email marketing changed my life. I mean, heck, it allowed me to go play a game in the jungle and be on TV, right? Like, that's probably not your dream, but I know that you have a dream. I know, automations and simpler conversion rates and strategies is part of that. And this simple welcome sequence is really going to set a firm foundation for you. So I really want you to have it. It's yours for free, lizwilcox.com.